Greetings, humans. I'm Andy.
And I'm George.
And this is Couscous.
And welcome back to the Windmill full of corpses.
Where the corpses sing forever.
In Infinity of Horrors?
Yes.
The corpses sing forever in Infinity of Horrors?
Yes, literally. It's an album where someone gets lost in a paradoxical mental loop where he's cursed to see horror forever.
Yes.
So it kind of ties into this title pretty well.
Yes. But this is Infinity of Horrors off of the new Shadow of Intent album Imperium Delirium. And we've seen the first single, the one about the meat grinder that featured the corpse grinder. That was the second single. Flying the Black Flag is also on the album. Actually, yes, but that was the one that they announced the album with. So we're hype. Are you ready?
No. Whoa. Slaps. That starts strong. Let's go! My god, that was so cool. Yo, look. I know you guys love Lorna Shore. I know some of you love Slaughter to Prevail. I know some of you love Signs of the Swarm. Shadow of Intent stays god tier deathcore. There is nothing that competes with Shadow of Intent in deathcore. This was my favorite one.
Really?
Yeah, it was so integrated, it was so cohesive how it flowed between blasting sections and grooving sections and slamming sections and riffs and leads and epic orchestrals and fast vocal sections and big monstrous vocal sections, and all of those are just merged together in this infinity of horrors. It's perfect.
It's great. It's awesome. I love it.
I didn't even keep track of the structure or anything. It was just like every next moment that comes after the previous moment that came before the next moment is exactly what the next moment before the previous moment should be. At any point in time during the song.
Bruh, what?
Exactly. I am so happy. Did you catch the concept video?
Yes,
video concept?
I'm not sure if it's religious figures or cultural figures in general, like cultural leaders, but you have this succession of like year in history, a prominent figure from that culture. For the Vikings, it looked like Odin. That's why I thought religious stuff. But then for the Nazis, it was Hitler.
Yeah.
And of course you had Hitler on the breakdown, but you had
Napoleon as well.
Yeah. But you have this succession of like going through, times in history when there was war.
Yeah.
And, like the cultural elements that caused that embodied in a figure.
Yeah.
And it's like the figure shows up, then you have some bloodshed, and then the figure grows.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like how corrupt cultures feast on war. Something like that.
Did you see what the last year was?
2115 after Christ.
Yeah. And did you say what location it said?
I didn't see what location it said.
World.
Yeah, like everywhere.
Yeah, so I think it's basically the idea of eventually we reach nuclear war and then we all die.
Yeah, and all the people had like VR headsets on because nobody's looking at the real world anymore.
Yeah.
Which is also part of why war is on the rise and conflicts among people and everything. Because everyone's seeing the world through the lens of social media, which I think just highly facilitates criminal behavior. And we're not gonna we should get into all of that, but that's probably why they're writing about it. I know Ben is big on wars and stuff like that. I don't mean he likes them, but like it's a thing that he's really interested in and explaining and thinking about. So all that's coming through very well through the video. It works really well with this almost anime cartoonish aesthetic with those lights and
I love what this band is doing. I can't fucking wait for this album.
This deserves a better review than what we're gonna be able to give. But this sounds amazing. This is gonna take the cake for deathcore of the year. Even though I keep saying it's not really that much deathcore anymore.
Yeah, but it's not exactly death metal either. The sound is still a lot more modern, and
I think you'd have to ask Ben.
Yeah.
And the other guys, obviously.
And then we can also ask some death metal boomers what they think.
We don't use boomers pejoratively. We're not the kind who don't like...
Yeah, we just mean the boomer generation.
Yes. You guys did go boom in your music styles too.
Are we done here?
No.
So if you enjoyed this reaction, we'd greatly appreciate the likes and shares. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe with bells on.
Thank you very much for stopping by. We hope you enjoyed your stay, and we'd love to see you back at the Windmill very soon. Corpse is out.